I actually find it. You are the first to comment. Please, can you send me the link? Please. Apeji, how are you? Olomo Babatunde, you are welcome. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from here. Good evening, good morning from wherever you're watching me. How are you doing today? How's your day been? Ashabi, Toby Emmanuel, we are all welcome. Yeah, I'm still trying to share. Okay, thank you, sis. Ah, wow. Grace, Richard of God, how are you? I see you all over the place commenting. It is well. Patricia Olayemi Ibukun, you are praying for me. Thank you so much. I need more of that now. I need your prayers. The battle is fierce, getting tougher, but it's the Lord's battle. That's the confidence we have. Sakonde Esther, Olajide Samuel, good afternoon. Hello everyone, how are you? I welcome you to Moment of Truth today. Yes, thanks for joining me in spite of the short notice. This is the time I have, that's the reason. Just bear with me. I hope you are still awake in Nigeria, Africa, and all over the world. Ibake, welcome. Okay, so this is the time. Please let me share as you are joining me. I'm trying to share here. Please, kindly share. Thank you. Thank you. Ẹ̀yin lójú tí mo fi ń ríran. Ẹ̀yin ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ tí mo fi ń ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Ẹ̀yin lorin tí mò ń kọ. Iná ayé ẹ ò jẹ́ ọjọ́ mi. Kí ni mo ní tí mo lè mú wá o? Mo wólẹ̀ mojúbà bàbá Ọlọ́run mi. Chubby Jess, good day. Thank you. God bless you. Iná ayé ò jẹ́ ọjọ́ mi. Kí ni mo ní tí mo lè mú wá o? Mo wólẹ̀ mojúbà bàbá Ọlọ́run mi. You are God, you are God. You are the eyes I used to see. You are the key that opens my door. You are the owner of my soul. The bush that burneth and never consumes. What shall I render to you, O Lord? I will bow down and worship your name. You are God. The bush that burneth and never consumes. What shall I render to you, O Lord? I will bow down and worship your name. You are God. Thank you, Father, Ancient of Days. We worship you today. Yes, reign supreme in our midst, Holy Spirit, and bless us mightily today. Open our eyes, open our understanding. and let men be drawn unto Christ. We want to lift Christ up on this platform today, and he will draw all men unto himself in the name of Jesus. You're welcome. Yes, so let's go quickly to what we have today. I will continue from where we stopped last 3 days ago. And you know that day we talked so much about charity. I never knew Charity Commission will bring out their reports on MFM, because the probe has been on. You know, I even referred to Charity Commission that Olukoya, you are still under probe for mismanagement of funds over there, and that the same thing you are doing here in the US. That's how it starts. You know, I was saying it last time, and lo and behold, after the program in the evening, somebody just forwarded the report from UK government. I said, wow, wow. So we'll continue from where we stopped, and I want to throw some. I've seen people commenting. I've seen MFM. I saw one news cable news or whatever, that they claim that they spoke with the media aide of MFM Church. I guess he was the one too that reported the court judgment to Punch that I had issues with last year. I'm not sure, but I guess it's the one. So, and I've been seeing some reaction, but let's trash it out now. I see MFM coming out to lie again. Olukoya, you are a lying machine. That lie has really eaten deep. So this one is not into your skin, to your blood. It's flowing lies. Olukoya, lies. It's flowing in your veins. I never seen a man like this. Can you see me very well? This thing, they are flagging me. Seriously, oh. I mean, like it, please. We've not started, you are flagging me. And David Singh Juwon, Olukoya's lawyer. Eh? You will ṣàlàyé tire, no evidence. I see you ṣàlàyé all over the place. I just said something. These people, there's no peace for the wicked. You said you spoke to Richard as a friend. Did I deny that? I said you were friends, we were close. You said it's not me, Funke. These people just make me laugh all the time. Funke, you are twisting the narrative, trying to manipulate your audience, lying. Where is the lie? You came and you said you advised Richard as a friend. Is that not what I said? I said you advised him as a friend, but what changed? And I'm going to read that. I see that thing pepper you very well, so I will read it again. And I know it's Olukoya that is pushing you out to be debunking lórí irọ́. Ẹ ṣe títí you are debunking what UK government put out. You see your life outside. You can never change, you people. I never see somebody MFM. One sister here in New York, she said, permit me, she said MFM is ọgbà wèrè. UK government brought out something. MFM, you are debunking it again. Do you know how many years they've been on your matter before bringing out that report? Eh? So David said, I see that thing pepper you very well. So I know he's explaining Olukoya, because in that chat between you and Richard, you really exposed Olukoya. So it's something coming from a lawyer, not just a lawyer, Olukoya's lawyer. So why shouldn't we take you for your words on this matter? Ah, a máa tẹ̀bà tí eléyìí ní David sí. Èmi máa tẹ̀bà tí kí n fà bóyá every time ni màá máa kà máa ránṣọ mọ́ dáadáa, because it's called that. You see that chat? Those sentences, they came from the depth of your soul. Based on your knowledge of your oga Olukoya, you know how deadly, how evil, how terrible he is. And you know that he was about to land on Richard. See the way you advised Richard, because you and Richard, you were friends then. So I see that thing is causing commotion in your camp, so I'll be reading it. So before we go ahead today, please permit me to quickly read. David Singh is Olukoya's lawyer, MFM lawyer. He himself has come out in the past to introduce himself to the world. So coming from a lawyer, shouldn't we take it? Listen to what he said about his oga, about Olukoya. That time, Richard received invitation. They called Richard from special fraud unit in Ikoyi, that he duped Opeyemi Emmanuel 6 million naira. And it was at that point that Davidson started chatting with Richard. Before you go, make sure they show you the invitation letter. Make sure you have whatever. Anyway, let me read it. Onírọ́ ló máa sọ pé ẹlẹ́rìí òun wà lọ́rùn. Òpùrọ́ àdá ló ṣe sọ. Tó bá lẹ́lẹ́rìí òun wà lọ́rùn. Make I read am. Hold on for me, please. Where I put this thing o? For where I put am? Okay, I think I posted. Did I post it? Ah, excuse me, please give me some. Let me see mark out. I will look for it. And as you were debunking, you start posting chats. Oh, that chat is already page here. Why didn't you reshare, repost the one? Maybe you said that. Why didn't you bring out? You said I manipulated the chat. I doctored it. Okay, give us the original chat. You omitted that one, Abi. You think everybody is as daft as you gullible members? Please, pardon me. I have to look for that chat. Sorry, please, pardon me. What's going on? Ẹ má bínú. Okay. If I see it, I will read it. Or if you have it, Richard, can you forward it to me? I don't know where I kept it again. Please, excuse me, I have to sort it out, please. Because it will lead us to what we are doing today. I need it. You are God, you are God. You are the eyes I used to see. You are the key that opens my door. You are the owner. Ah, every symbol mo fi kíní sí báyìí. Richard, look for that thing and give me, please. Let's continue with what we have. Yes, as they paint the enemy, as they paint the enemy, that's only a MFM song. Anyway, I want to quickly throw light on some things for us today. You see, when you talk about, then I will tell us, we'll continue with Sister Tolu, but let me give you background story of charity, how it works, charity money, and how MFM got into trouble. And I know more troubles are still coming that way because they are doing the same thing here. And you know when UK brings out something like that, US will follow suit. So all you pastors of Olukoya Church, be ready o. May this storm not carry you away. So this is how it works. You know, I told you I also registered a charity organization, NGO, Moment of Truth International Incorporated. You see the money. Churches are charity organizations. If you are in Nigeria, you have to listen very well because you don't operate that way in Nigeria. So that you appreciate what is going on, why MFM has issues with UK government. You see, every church is regarded as a charity organization abroad. If you are in Africa, in the Western world, they are regarded as charity organizations to foster religious programs, awareness, and more importantly, to cater for the needs of the members, to reach out to the needs, to the poor, to the needy. I put down some things. Let's glance through it so that you understand what we are talking about. You see the tithe and offering that are paid every meeting day in those churches. The donations, the government doesn't see it as a tithe and offering. They see it as donations. You see, you members of the church, you are donors. Listen very well, oh. Please let me press the like button. They are flagging me. You see, all members, you are regarded as donors in the sight of the government. And the tithe and offering you put down, the seed, is regarded as donation. So those are donations. And to the government, you are not giving that money to God, like they tell us, especially in Africa. The money you bring, or as the Bible says, I bring money into the storehouse that there be meat in my house. But to the government, they don't see it as God's money. They see it as money belonging to the people. The money you contribute in church is to take care of the needs of members and your immediate community. For example, if that church, thank you, Richard has sent you, we'll read it later. For example, if that church is in Maryland, I'm talking about Maryland in Lagos now, or let's say that church is in Lekki in Lagos, that the donations that are gathered from that church, that charity organization, remember it's a charity organization doing charity, giving out things, right? You see, that church in Lekki branch should take care of members of that church in Lekki branch, and even those who do not belong to your church, because you all belong to the government should take care of you. So if your church is located in Lekki, and you see that okay, there are old people in Lekki that need, their widows, maybe homeless people, the government expects you to use the donations, your tithe and offering, to take care of everybody. Now you see, everybody abroad pays tax if you are working and you are an adult, right? You are working, you have to contribute each time you get your paychecks. You contribute something to the government. The government will deduct some things. It is called tax. You see, that tax, they use it to do a lot of things, to take care, to provide amenities and a lot of things. Now, you members of your own church, the donors, you see the money you contribute in the church, right? That the church is expected to use to take care of everybody. Now, all of you that are contributing that money, at the end of the year, when you are filing for your tax, for example, if you were meant to pay the government, let's say $10,000 per annum in a year, annually, that's the equivalent of your tax. And then every month you bring tithe of, let's say you pay like $200 every month. That's your tithe every month, with your offering, everything. At the end of the year, that's about 2,400. That 2,400, the government will deduct it from that 10,000 you were to pay the government. So instead of collecting, let's say you are paid 2,005 for the whole year, all your donation in church, tithe and offering is 2,500. Instead of the government deducting 10,000 from you that you have to pay them, you will pay 7,500. You understand? You are going to pay 7,500 naira. Dollars, let me put dollars. That is why in churches abroad, your tithe and offering, you will sign. They give you envelope, you will sign, you put your name there, your details, because they are going to give you receipts. It is that receipt, when you are filing for your tax returns, you will submit that receipt. So all the money you paid in the church throughout the year, the government will deduct it from what you are supposed to pay to them. So you see now that it is the government that is paying the church. So all the tithes and offering you are donating in your church is regarding that it is the government that is giving you that money. Am I making sense? Because the government is going to refund that money to you. The government sees you like you are helping them what they should have done, because maybe they can't reach out to everybody, although they try, but there will be some people that have special needs or something. I mean, okay, you are a member of the church and all of a sudden you lost your job, you can't do anything, and then the church comes out. As at that time, maybe you can't reach the government, or there's no something what the government should have done for you, your church is doing it. So you are helping the government to take care of the citizens, right? So the government will give you back the money. Do you understand now? So all the tithe and offering you are paying to church as members, as donors, the government will refund it to you, so that if you are to pay $10,000 at the end of the year, and all the money you have donated in the church throughout the years, $2,500, the government will say, okay, remove that $2,500 that you gave your church and give us this remaining $7,500. So who donated $2,500 to the church? You see that it is the government, it is not you, because the government refunded it. That's the layman's language that I can use in explaining this. So do you understand what charity? Because I see that MFM members, Olukoya has started using something to finger your brain again, lying, so that we manipulate you. But so far, do you understand what I've explained? Let me see yes. If you don't understand, before we go ahead, so that you understand what is going on, let me see your yes. If all I've said is clear, I'm waiting for your yes. Do you understand to that point? Please, I want those who are not abroad to answer me. Those in Nigeria, Africa, answer me. Yes or no? Do you understand all that I've explained so far? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for your yes. If you are in Nigeria, you are in Africa, answer me. Do you now understand? Yes, God bless you. Now, what MFM has done, according to the report, I will read it to you. You see the donations you are making, your tithe and offering. Now we have established the fact that that tithe and offering, it is government money, because they will refund you at the end of the day. So it is government giving your church that money. That's why they call it gift aid. Aid to aid you in taking care of the communities. Not only members of your church, abroad, churches, that's why you see churches, they will do food banks, give food to the community, to the poor, and so on. Now, what this charity commission now claimed is that first there was a whistleblower, maybe one, maybe more than one person. Whistleblower is somebody that went to report to the government that something fishy is going on in MFN church here, right? Which prompted the government to come and investigate. Normally, because charity organizations, you are dealing with government money, randomly they can just send auditors, government auditors. The arm of the government that is doing it in UK is called Charity Commission. So they will just say they can send anybody there to come and audit your account. Now, because there has been a report, right? I think they said members of the trustee also, maybe somebody that doesn't want them to go back to put him in trouble. When I don't know who reported. So it now prompted Charity Commission to appoint some people to go and investigate what is going on. And when they started their investigations, they discovered that there are misappropriation of funds, no proper documentation. And you know abroad, government, they don't joke with their money. You see some people during COVID, they will give you that money, but they are not. In the moment they discover that you want to steal from them, you are taking them for granted, they will come forcefully on you. And no matter how, you see some people that they've been arresting now, they say during COVID, he made something from government money. It may take them 5 years, they will come. They don't joke with their money. Likewise, if you don't pay your tax, you say, I've seen some way to manipulate it. Instead of paying 2,500 and paying 1,000, I've seen a way to, it's a lie. It may take 10 years. You see all the remaining 1,500 you didn't pay, they will bring it to you. And if you didn't pay it, you can go to prison for not paying your tax. They don't joke with it, right? That's what they use mostly today. Africa is blessed. We have a lot of mineral resources. How many do they have abroad? That's where they make the money to take care of the masses. So they don't joke with it. Now, they discover that there are accounts opened that MFM can't even account for. They don't know what the money is meant for. And normally, the board of trustees is meant to regulate those things. You can't just say you bought a property for church. Oh, I will see one in one location, one property, we want to go for lease. It should come, the board of trustees must be informed. They should be involved, they should give directives and the account and everything. But in MFM, it wasn't like that. In UK, they were just doing the money. People were just opening branches. You say they will open branch today. You can just go to bank and open an account. You don't give the You are not there's no check and balances, there's no accountability. And we said it several on this program. Me allegedly, they even gave me names of the people that do money laundry for MFM in UK. In fact, a sister when I started this line, she reached out to me that there is a family friend that is a businessman in Nigeria, but he goes to UK everywhere all over the world to buy goods. And what he usually does is that when he travels to London, UK to buy the goods, he won't go with money, right? MFM church, allegedly, that's what she told me. I still have our chat here. MFM church will give that man money to go and buy the goods. This is what somebody told me. We give that man, when he arrives, he will go to the person. I don't know, maybe that's part of the account that they said they saw money there, but they don't even know what the money is meant for. Maybe such account. I'm not sure. I'm just saying allegedly, because me, I'm in court. I don't want more lawsuits. The sister told me that the man will go there. MFM will give him money to buy all the goods he wants to buy. He will ship them to Nigeria. Then when he gets to Nigeria, you see, let's assume he spends maybe 500,000 pounds to buy those goods. He's going to use MFM money to buy all the goods. He's going with nothing. But when he gets to Nigeria, he will give that equivalence back to MFM headquarters. You see, that is what is called money laundering. Maybe that's why deliberately they open some account, because over 100 accounts. I've never had that in history. You see the reckless abandon with which MFM does things. Over 100 accounts that are mismanaged, that are not properly documented, even the process of opening it, no accountability, no transparency. And remember, I've told you this money belongs to the government. It doesn't even belong to MFM. Because all you members that are donating, that you bring that tithe and offering, the government is going to refund it to you. So you see that it is the government that is paying the church to do what? So you must be able to account for how you spent that money. That's the problem MFM had. And when Charity Commission came in and started their investigations, in order to do proper investigations, they now told MFM, okay, I'm saying, for example, we want to see the accounts, expenditure and whatever of, let's say, Birmingham, all the branches. They realized that they were not producing. In fact, there was no proper, if you are being in headquarters, at least me, I was there. The way they do things in that church, no accountability. I told you, there was a time that Olukoya, I think Olukoya called my husband, that he wants my husband to be disbursing money to all choristers in Lagos State. We called it mass choir then. They used to sing at Palm Exchange Chants, right? When my husband started, the first time he would disburse that money, Olukoya asked him to go to the accounts and collect millions. I forgot how many millions now, right? They gave him by hand, no bank transfer. My husband collected billions from the accountant, I think Lawrence then. And then Lawrence didn't even ask my husband to give an account of how that money was spent. And Olukoya didn't even require him to do that. They just gave him, I've forgotten the amount. Let's assume they gave him 10 million naira to disburse. You just call somebody to the office, gave him 10 million naira in a Ghana must go back. I said, go and give all members of the choir in preparation for Palm Exchangers, transport fare, lunch allowance and everything. Imagine. And I remember when my husband got to, my husband was a banker. As at that time, I said, how can you do things like this? You gave me money, I didn't sign it. I've forgotten if he signed anything, I'm not sure. But no bank transfer. You didn't give him anything, no code, nothing to use to give your account. You didn't request for account. My husband now took it upon himself. He was the one that, he was supervising branches when he was in the bank. He appointed people to be in charge of those regions, gave them laptops from the church, and they were the ones disbursing and doing. Anyway, there was accountability. You see, the way they gave my husband money, that's how MFM does things. No records, no accountability, no transparency. You see that it's very easy. That's why their pastors steal a lot. They steal a lot. I don't know if they have put proper things in place now. But when we were there, and people were always complaining, people will just listen. They say Jalade will give them money. You won't sign. No bank transfer. Why are you giving by cash? Ọgbọ́n olè náà ní gbogbo ẹ̀. You understand? You see that thing, they were doing it in UK. How dare you? You know, I was saying it last, when the last did I come out? Tuesday. That the way you guys are, you think you are in Nigeria. I was saying it last time that you will get into trouble. Olumide will tell people remittance. I was asking, what is remittance? Remittance for what? Don't you know that is charity money meant for that branch and its environs? Why is Olumide forcing them to be paying remittance? And then they say Olukoya was coming for crusade. They've compiled the list of those who didn't pay their remittance. So they will see Olukoya one-on-one and come and explain what happened. So is Olukoya a staff of IRS? I was asking like that, does Olukoya pay tax in America? Is he an IRS official? Is he a charity commission official? What concerns Olukoya with coming to give account of? Then why are you paying remittance to who? We'll come back to that later. But you see the way they were doing things like that, they went abroad and did it. And when the charity commission started the investigations, and they said, okay, give us this thing, give us this thing, they couldn't do it. They didn't do it. That was what made charity commission to now put, is it Adamson? Anyway, they appointed an interim manager from the charity commission to come and take over. When the man came, okay, it was when the man came and he started asking, okay, I need this. I mean, in order to do such investigation, submit your account, submit that of Banya, submit that of Luton, submit that of whatever, Scotland. They couldn't. They were not cooperating. Maybe they did. I know. Anyway, the man, they were not responding to the man. That was what made Charity Commission to give an order that that interim manager should operate exclusively. Am I right? Exclusive. That is, he's now operating with his own team that he brought, bypassing MFM pastors or board of trustees or whatever. They just took over like military coup taking over something. Okay? It's like they invaded MFM and took over the administration, the accounts and everything, excluding any pastor, any member of trustees or whatever. And then that, I think that was when Olukoya had to resign too. They didn't want him because they wanted to work and it was like they were constituting barrier. We are telling you produce this, you can't produce this. You are disturbing their work. So the interim manager was operating exclusively. Do you understand? Good. You see, MFM, Cable News said that when they consulted that man, the media person, he said they have gotten judgment against the Charity Commission. That's how Olukoya twists things. The way he said it, as if they got the judgment was to challenge the reports of the Charity Commission, but that's a lie. I don't know if I have that cable something. Anyway, you've all read it. Let me not waste time. They quickly responded. There was a court injunction. We challenged them. Do you know where court something came in? MFM took Charity Commission to court that they don't want that exclusive system. They want to be part of the investigation. That why will you not allow us to participate? You are investigating us. Well, at least let some of us be part of it so that we will know what is happening. All of us will do it together. You can't just push us like that. That you will be biased. You understand? That it's possible for the interim manager to be biased and his team, but include us in it. So the court, when they went to court like that, there was a hold on the operations of the interim manager. He couldn't do anything, waiting for the court to give the judgment. Remember what MFM that time, Charity Commission, the interim manager, they've not come out with any report. So they were still working. And MFM said, no, don't exclude us from the investigations. We want to be part of it. Let me just put it that way. So they went to court to get a judgment. And the activities, I think, was put on hold for about a year. Then the court ruled in the favor of MFM. And what is the judgment? That the interim manager should include some people to work with him in the investigations. But you know, MFM now came to do as if the report of the interim or what they conducted is a lie. We went to court and we won. They won when they went to court, but I just told you why they went to court. as at that time the report has not come out. They've not indicted them. So the judgment was not against this report that came out about 3 days ago. Let me tell you, because your guy, your Geo is a lying machine. That's why it's been twisting your brain. All of you, I see your comments. As at that, I always read. Maybe you went to school. Take this, read. Go online, the thing is there. The judgment is not that they contested the report of the Charity Commission. When MFM went to court, it's not that what Charity Commission came up with is a lie. We did not steal. No. I just told you now. MFM went to court to get an injunction that the interim manager should include them in the investigations, in the process. You get it? As at that time, the report has not come out. Okay. And the judge ruled in their favor that don't shut them out like that so that you won't be biased. At least carry them along. Let them say their own. Okay, we saw this thing in this account. What happened? Let them contribute. That was what the judgment was for. And they started working again after that judgment. This time around with some MFM, maybe pastors or board of trustees. And that was I think that was in 2023 January that the injunction was given. They concluded that thing last year, September. It was that process, they need to work on the report and everything. That they came out with the report that we are seeing now that they mismanage funds, possible thefts, all those things, you read it. They are as guilty as charged, though. Don't let Olukoya deceive you. When I read that, it's like, do I read that cable? What I can deduce from it, from my own point of view, I'm not saying that's but for me, it's like MFM saying, he's saying, we stole, but the money we stole is small. And the way we stole it is not the way Charity Commission said we stole it. Does that make sense? That's the way I interpreted that, because I read their rest and I said, these people, look, I can never change. It's like I said, it's true. We stole small money, small. Owó díẹ̀ la jí. One money ó sọ pé àkọ́kọ́ tó ń wá jalè lélẹ̀. It's like they say, it's true, we stole, but it's small money we stole. And the money said the way we stole it, it's not the way Charity Commission is saying that we stole it. Whether you stole it with black or white, or small or big, a thief is a thief. That means you took something that does not belong to you. You were shady. You were not transparent. And part of it is what I've told you. Allegedly, what that sister told me. Don't you do money laundering? I have somebody here in the US that said David Popola in Dallas used to give her father money to take to Nigeria. When the father is traveling, they say, "Post drop this at their headquarters. Give Ojuri or give whatever." I don't know the person that give, but that the dad used to take money to Nigeria for David Popola. Is that not money laundering? So the man now, when he's going, will take the money as if it's his own, because there's a limited amount you can take to travel. So they will give the man, the baba money, help us drop it at their headquarters. You see now, there is no record for it. Maybe such account that they said they open in London, they don't know what the money is meant for. I thought such things now, they must have pushed it from one account, or they did take it to bank. Anyhow, if you want to do no money laundering, you know how to do. But me, I'm telling you what happened. You can take me to court and say, go there and say what I know. Allegedly, that's what the sister told me. David Popola is not meant for you to come and say you never gave that baba, and I will give you the name of the baba and the person that told you. Don't you send money to Nigeria? That's part of the money laundering we are talking about. Okay? They have different ways. I just saw you of a sister that told me that their family friend, a big man in Nigeria, he goes to London, buy things with MFM money. And when he gets back to Nigeria, we did give them the equivalence in Nigeria. That is money laundering. You remember there was a time, allegedly, that this one, in fact, I know the part of people that went to bail Kehinde Gbolahan at the Heathrow airport. They detained him for money laundering, shady money. I had to answer questions because they saw large amount of money that shouldn't be. That's money laundering. They have different ways. And I want to ask, I'm not saying Sade bought her house. Sade, as at the time you bought that house, they say it's over £1 million. You were not working. In fact, people in London, they didn't know you were living in London because you only come during the anointing service. It was Money Badejo that made the whole world know for the first time that Sade was living in London. But Sade has been living in London since, me, I know. But she wouldn't come to any church. You don't even know. She will stay in that house and join program, the live streaming with headquarters. Okay, now Shade, you are not working in UK. How did you get money? How did you bring that money in? If you say the money is from Naija, how did you bring it in to buy the mansion? Because I know you can't bring such amount to travel. So allegedly, maybe the money is from the UK offering. I don't know. Me, I'm just saying allegedly. Oh, at least God gave us brain to reason. About Rosibi Aroso. You understand? So MFM is as guilty as charged. That's the report of the commission. You see what you read is the truth. When the MFM got court injunction, it wasn't about the report of the commission. They went to get injunction about the process that the people, the interim manager was using. Okay, so and as it is now, the charging commission has not even come out with judgment. So they've not told us maybe there will be sanctions. I heard that some churches have done that before and they barred their general overseer from entering UK. Me, I don't know this one. Oh, and I'm sure those one, I don't think they have up to 100 accounts. I don't know what will come out. But what you have just had now is not even the judgment. Oh, it's the report of the panel. So they will now, UK government charity will now take measures. Maybe they want to sue MFM, maybe I don't know. But they set things in place now so that henceforth there will be proper accountability. Mo wíire àbí mi wíire? Shey you understand to that point? So don't let anybody deceive you. Now, let's continue with Sister Tolu's. Oyinbo no dey believe juju, dey use their own witchcraft. You know that money was saying this year as at that time. You people, you are doing money laundering. All you MFM members, you came out, marine for me. Everybody that says the truth that is supposed to is from the marine world. Yes, your mommy Gio that somersaulted in Canada crusade. Tó gbókìtì tó fò láti kìíní lọ. That one is from paradise, abi. She's not from the marine world, she's from paradise. Ẹ máa tanra yín. People, you crack me up all the time, honestly. Oh, we thank you, Jare Queen Esther Shadi. Eh? Anybody that says the truth, even Satoru that just came out, that I played her voice, so she's not even the one that came out. You started calling her Jezebel. Your pastors are now. Satoru has become a Jezebel. So what's Shade Olukoya? Who is she? She's an angel, abi? Okay now. Ẹ máa wà alright. Ọ̀rọ̀ yín àbábá ni. I put some things and let me see if I want to read them about this charity commission. But I think from the explanation, people are saying, oh, you've gotten the gist. So we are waiting for the sanctions of what the UK charity commission will come with. Now, you see what happened in UK commission. Me, I want to believe MFM here too. Maybe some pastors are doing it. I don't know, allegedly, because based on that Sister Tolu, there are some things me I know that I've not shared them. And I won't say, you see Sister Tolu now, they've gone after. Let me not put the other pastors into trouble. But I have a piece of advice for those pastors. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ gbì, ẹ má bá wọn kú gbì o. Because you know when things like this happen, you guys too, the same church, the same chairman of board of trustees, Olukoya, as at the time they committed this offence, this fraudulent act, Olukoya was the chairman of the board of trustees. It was during the probe that he resigned. In fact, he had to leave. They removed him. Okay. Olukoya was the chairman and you were committing all those fraudulent acts. Who is the chairman of the board of trustees in America? Answer me, oh, MFM pastors that are here, or member, any one of you that wants to answer me. Who is your church chairman of board of trustees? You answer today. Is it not Dike Olukoya? Your father in the toilet. Okay? And I think the wife is the second in command, maybe second, but I know the wife's name. I read it to you last year now from Nevada. That's the headquarters. The wife is there, Dike Olukoya is there. So what changed? What will change? Is it not the same modus operandi? And I've said this severally, and I'm saying it again. Now you see some of the pastors, I'm not saying all of them, that Olukoya himself transferred from Nigeria abroad. They are there to do his dirty works for him. right? Adekunle Adekola and Kunle Ladipo, didn't they sue me for criminal offense? Am I a criminal? The things I've been saying on this program, have I not shown you evidence? Sister Tolu, is she not a pastor and a pastor's wife? Didn't you hear her when she said, all that I've been saying is the truth, that they are all praying for me, that they know that I'm fighting for all of them. She said all this killing of innocent people has to stop, have to stop. All this oppression has to stop. And then she gave her own true life story. You all heard it. You want to tell me those two guys don't know all this? How is it that they are the ones that Olukoya used them in the first lawsuit? At least when he got to this criminal something, he should have looked for other pastors in the US. I'll be okay, those ones they've done. Let me use another set of pastors to represent US, to take this girl to prison, to take Shadi Olukoya to prison. How come it's still the same people that he's using again? Okay? Who brought them here? In fact, they taking me to court. Excuse me, please. I don't know. No, 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 alive. Okay, later. Did the Bible warn us that we should not go to court? You see, taking somebody to court is against the scriptures, and you call yourself a religious organization, a Christian organization. How come MFM is claiming is a Christian group, Christian, a church of Christ, and then you are kicking against the scriptures, the commandments of God? Okay? That's a contradiction. That's a sin. That means you are not obeying the scriptures. But for Olukoya to do that, he has to use those people because the two of them came from Adekunle Adekola was working in corridor. One of the personal assistants to Olukoya, right? If you were there quarters to that, he also testified in court that he was a PA to Olukoya when he was in Nigeria. In fact, he said he was a leader of a street gang. That it was when he got to Olukoya that God changed his life according to him. And Olukoya made him his PA. And me, I still want to know, nobody wants to answer me the question that you were a street leader, the leader of a street gang or whatever it's called. And then you go to MFN. And out of all the pastors and everybody that is there, Olukoya made you his personal assistant. And I want to see, no, what are the qualities Olukoya found in you that attracted him to you or you to him, and he feels he needs those qualities? He's looking for those qualities in somebody very close to him, being his personal assistant. So, I mean, I want to know. No, no animosity intended, no harm intended, just a harmless question. What did he, because before you to make somebody your personal assistant, there must be some qualities you've seen. So what are the qualities that Olukoya saw in a former street gang leader that got into his church and he brought him closer as his personal assistant and sent him again to the US, and is using him to sue somebody like me so that I will go to prison for 6 years. Adekunle 3 years, Kunle Ladipo 3 years, making 6 years. Ẹ máa fojú ẹ̀mí bá lọ. Torí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ ẹ̀fẹ̀ mo kàn máa ń wò yìí ni. I just look at you. Okay? Now, you see Olumide Oni, you see as you keep shouting Olumide Oni, I know so many things that the members here are telling me about Olumide Oni. That's why I keep shouting his name. And I will tell you again. Olumide Oni, you see, Kunle Adekola said he was a former gangster. Olumide Oni was recruited from the joint in Adekunle, where you see all these area boys. Àwọn tó wà on Kolos, Gbana, different people. Àwọn area boys, ṣá. You understand? He was recruited from that joint. By, you see that I'm mentioning names. Emmanuel Adegboye. Olukoya, when he started his church and he looked around, that I need some experts. He need some expertise, skills. Not our expatriates from the other world. That this church that I have started, this church cannot be complete if I don't have the expertise of the men of this other worlds. Okay? These men that terrorize people at night. Okay? He needed them. His church is not complete without their inputs. He now looked around, looking for professionals, expertise, experts, expertise, anyhow call it. And he had to go to Adekunle joints. And he recruited Emmanuel Adegboye. When Emmanuel Adegboye came to MFM, Olukoya made him a pastor. Ẹ máa fi inú bá lọ bí mo ṣe máa fòye gbé o. Made him a pastor. And then Emmanuel Adegboye was working in his office. Working very well, faithfully in his office. The office that was drafted from the joints at Adekunle bus stop. Right? Ibi táwọn ọmọ ọ̀rá ẹsẹ̀ wà. And then he started operating in that office. And the office, the ministry of Emmanuel Adegboye was expanding. He needed more laborers in the fold. Olumide now went back. Emmanuel Adegboye now went back to that joint and recruited Olumide and brought him to church. And this time around, they made him the security officer, guiding the headquarters. Hello? Yeah. Mom, our life. Later. I'll tell you later. So they made him a security officer at the headquarters. He was working there. During his tenure, there was this is sounding funny to me. In fact, Olukoya, ó ṣe nǹkan ní agbo ìgbàgbọ́. Anyway, he was made the security officer. During his tenure, two of them were working as security guys. One day they got to their quarter. They even gave me the name of that guy. The other guy, I forgot it. The one that died. They just got to the church the following morning and they met the other guy's dead body on the altar. He and Olumide, they were working as security officers. And they resumed in the morning. Nothing happened. People still saw that guy the previous day. Hale and heavy. They said tall, handsome boy, guy. And they came the following morning after his night shift. Remember, Olumide was working in that same night shift. They got to church in the morning and met that guy's dead body on the altar at the headquarters. No autopsy conducted, nothing, no police investigations, nothing was done. I even heard allegedly that the parents came to make trouble with the church. And Olukoya have offered them, he will give them accommodation, offer them a lot of things. The reporters, when the news wanted to go out, they buried the news. And that's why you didn't hear of it. Nobody heard. Olukoya has been burying news from time immemorial. Okay, anyway. You see, after that incident, Olumide started receiving promotions in the church. Promotion upon promotion. He received they promoted him so he landed in Lekki. Before Lekki, he has ended someone. There was a time it was like they made him one head in prayer city. I forgot his maybe a head admin or a security officer. Ashode. He was heading, two of them were heading prayer city there. He was one of them with his jeep that time. A lot of things happened during his tenure at prayer city. This is not the time for it. A lot of things happened. And in fact, when this lady that janks snipers died recently, that was reported in the news about 2 months ago, somebody told me, somebody that used to work in Prayer City, said if Olumide was still in Nigeria, in Prayer City, that news wouldn't have gone out. That, do I know how many people have died in Prayer City that didn't reach the news? Allegedly, oh, you see, I put allegedly. The person said Olumide was always covering such things for Olukoya. That a lot of people have died in Prayer City, that girl is not the first one. But it will not make it to this. And that person was saying if Olumide only was still around, that thing wouldn't have made it to the news. Anyway, allegedly, that's what I heard. Right? Olumide Oni, my husband and I, we met him in 2015, one-on-one. And he was boasting. My husband and I were in his office. He invited us to come and minister at that time. I've said it before this program, how we got there. I won't waste time. Anyway, that was the first time of meeting him one-on-one. We were seated in his office and he started boasting of the choices places, branches he has minister, pastor. And he said he is the one that dictates to Olukoya the branch where he wants to pastor rather. And you know that's not the system in MFM. That's not what is obtained in MFM. You don't choose. People like that. I know there was a time it was Kehinde, Beson. But Olumide told us that he is the one that will tell Olukoya the branch he wants to go to. As at that time he was in Lekki, that was about the richest branch in MFM Nigeria. And Olumide was telling us then that he has told Olukoya that he will soon move out from this place. He has told him the next branch he wants to go. And shortly after that, before we left Nigeria, he was transferred to Abuja, the seat of power. When he was in Abuja, remember this somebody that entered as a security officer. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, aṣọ́lé ni o lóru. Àwọn tó ń ṣọ́lé lóru. Those who take care of you watching. Musa no go see for gate. Gate man. Olumide Oni was a gate man o. That was recruited from the area boys junction in Adekunle Adekola. Like we call it in Nigeria, criminal joints. That's what we call it in Nigeria. Remember, that's his origin. Came and became gatesman. But before he left Nigeria, Olumide Oni wielded so much power that there was a crusade in Abuja. And Beson was sent. Beson is an assistant general overseer. Beson was a banker before he became a full-time worker, right? And he's becoming from with Olukoya from even CAC before Ojabaru started. Beson has been in the picture, like I heard. If there is a mistake, correct me, I will say it. Now, you see Beson, a former banker, the assistant general overseer, the first set of the assistant general overseer of MFM was sent from Lagos. Of course, it must be from Olukoya. Beson can't just take himself to that crusade. He was sent to go and minister in that crusade in Abuja. Just in Abuja, if I'm lying, please write it there. Type it so that I will correct myself. Beson came all the way from Lagos to Abuja to minister at the crusade. When he landed, Olumide Oni, maybe he didn't know Beson was coming, I don't know. But when Beson landed, Olumide put a call through with whatever, whichever, to Olukoya that he didn't want to see Beson in that crusade. I mean, this is their own gatesman telling former gatesman, right, that now with so much power that started receiving promotion after his colleague died mysteriously and they made his dead body on the altar, right? This same Olumide Oni learned that Beson has landed in Abuja and he pulled a call through to Olukoya that I don't want to see Beson in that crusade. Do you know what Olukoya said? Allegedly, like I heard. If it's a lie, please push your bloggers out, because this story I've confirmed it with so many people. They told me, right? He pulled a call through that I don't want to see Beson in that crusade. And Olukoya called Beson from the story that I heard, that please take the next available flight and come back to Lagos. Hey, wonder, wonder, wonder shall never end in MFM. My people, that's how Gbeson went back without even stepping that crusade ground. Oh. That's how much power this our gate man wields in MFM church. That's how much power this our gate man that came from the criminal joint, like we call it in Nigeria, that was recruited from there by Emmanuel Adegboye. That's how much power he wields. Olumide Oni was transferred to US. Maybe about, is it up to 3 years? Please, if you are here and you know when he came, I don't think it's up to 3 years. Maybe about 3 years. Right? Olumide Oni was transferred here. And immediately, they made him a leader of leaders. Even American citizens that have been pastors, the regional overseers, Olumide Oni, remember I told us that is the one that tells Olukoya where he wants to go. Right? Very rich when he was in Nigeria. I don't know as at now. Okay? He landed. And as of today, he's the pastor at MFM Prayer City, Houston, Texas, overseeing all other pastors. Even the ones that have gotten their citizenship from 19 Gbogboro. Even the ones that are highly educated, that are professionals, even here in the US. This our dear gatesman from Nigeria. Do you know when Sister Tolu's husband has been here? Didn't you hear Sister Tolu? He's the one giving instructions. He interprets and implements Olukoya's laws here in Nigeria. Financial laws, administrative laws, etc. Okay? Yes. Did you hear Sister Tolu when she said, Olumide Oni called the husband that you've not been paying your remittance to the headquarters? That's the pastor, the branch, Olumide Oni pastors. His branch is using that same prayer city, although the thing is ó máa ń gbé wọn mì tán bá. His congregation, I don't know if they are 100. At a city, I don't think they are up to 100. Maybe about 50, excluding children. Okay? Now, that's where the pastors go. That small congregation is pastors. Do you know it doesn't work? If you are listening to me and you are in the US, don't you know our pastors work here? How many pastors are full-time pastors here? Even the owners of the land, they still work. It's not like Nigeria. You call your pastor and want to cancel and he tells you, I'm sorry, I'm at work, I can't pick up my phone now. Because he must pay his bills. Because he can't dip and into tight and off, he will go to prison. He's in Nigeria, you do anything. Yes, they work. You are a pastor, you're gonna work. You call your pastor, I have problem. I need counseling, I need prayers and prayer. When he can't pick up phone, you tell you I'm at work. I'll talk to you later. That's your pastor. But Olumide Oni, you see that small congregation, go and check his go and check his page. Go and check the page severally. You see, with that small something, at a city, I don't think they are up to 100. If I'm lying, put it there. Me, I've said, see, I joined Olumide Oni. I've joined your program several times. You don't know, you people have turned me to FBI on this page. When you won't stop swimming, I need to gather information. That small congregation, do you know Olumide Oni and his wife? Allegedly, like I heard, they are not working. No. You ask her to do now. He said that's why the wife dances. The wife is always dancing on social media. And then pastor's wife, as jobless as you just set up your camera, nothing, not that she wants to talk. Oh. She'll just put one gospel song and start dancing. Maybe for like 3 minutes, and that's the end of the program. And that's it, they have all the time in the world, and she's not working. The husband is not working. Àwọn àgbàdúrà jẹun, right? So that small congregation, Olumide, I want to ask you, how are you paying your bills with that small congregation? Because those who have larger congregations, they can't even say they won't work. So I want to ask you, do you pay mortgage? All your utility bills, insurance, how do you pay them? Okay, that's by the way. Anyway, Olumide Oni is the one that supervises their remittance. following me? Ṣé bá lọ dáadáa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o? He's the one they pay Ṣakọ́lẹ̀ to him. The remittance you have to pay. Olukoya million will mark your register. I don't know, where do you see that in charity, in IRS laws, the laws governing charity organizations? Where do you see that people in Atlanta should pay a percentage of the donations? The government, don't you know it is that state? Okay, IRS is federal, maybe federal. You know, in America, each state has its own laws. Anyway, let me not go into that. I don't know much about that. But where is it in the laws? Because me and so I have the rules governing charity organization. Where is it written that people in Texas, they have to take from the government, the money government is giving them in that place to take care of that branch? Where is the rule that permits you to be getting the percentage of what they make? And then you are getting that percentage from all your branches. According to America, you call it remittance. Is remittance part of, do you have provision for it? Me, I'm asking, no. Maybe it is you have it and I don't know. Please, if you know about it, tell me. Because me, it's sounding fishy to me. So that I'm telling you that if you, I don't know. But to me, I don't know if there's any law that permits remittance. If you are good, if you are a professional, you can tell us. We are here to learn. Is there any law that permits you to be taking percentage under duress? Under duress. You heard Sister Tolu? The husband has not received pay, no salary for about 7 months because Olukoya, who is not a non-taxpayer. If Olukoya, if you are paying tax, please tell me. I don't know. Me, I'm assuming because you are not working there. I just assume that you are not paying tax. But if you are paying, fine, tell us. Or if your people are listening to me. Olukoya from Nigeria will now come. Olumide will collect all the something now and give Olukoya. These are the people that have not paid their remittance. There's a certain amount they should pay and they've not been able to pay it. Olukoya that came to Atlanta in February asked that branch to organize a crusade that they were not able to. In fact, that crusade put that branch into problem. Olukoya, your crusade in that February was a burden on Atlanta that the fund that the government was giving them to take care of everybody, they used it to conduct your useless crusade. The crusade that you are coming to with your fingering hands, the finger that you have used to carry all yeast infection from your corridor, you brought it here, you're laying it on people's hands, right? That useless crusade that you came to do, MFM Atlanta, is it Miracle Center? They use the government fund, the money government gave them to take care of their members and their immediate community. They use it to organize your useless crusade that they never needed, that you instructed. Because me, I know everything about the genesis of that crusade. You call them and within a month, you make them prepare for that crusade. Who does that? After that crusade, you bankrupt that branch. The pastor couldn't get his salary. You've not paid him since then. Olumide Oni is aware, and yet he's pressurizing them, choking them. You have not been paying your remittance. You are not talking about his salary, but what you are concerned about is his remittance to your branch in Houston, Texas. And I ask again, is it part of the rules governing charity money? What is the stand of America about salaries not being paid? They don't joke with it too. You dare not owe your workers money because everything we pay here is monthly now. You pay your rent. If it's mortgage, you pay it. Maybe you have car notes, insurance. There are so many things that you can't afford not to receive your salary for a month. No. So you didn't pay somebody for 7 months. And then you were still struggling, strangulating him, forcing him under duress. Come and pay your remittance. And then you had the gods, Olumide Oni, told them. It's not only Sister Tolu's husband though. Olukoya is coming for crusade and you have compiled the lists of all those who didn't pay remittance. They should come and see Olukoya. How dare you? So that's what Olukoya brought you to US to come and see, to come and do, right? ó tún wá mú wọn lẹ́rú níbí báyìí to do his bidding. Ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó jọ pa yín pọ̀. How dare you come to America and then you are oppressing these people again? Kí ló tẹ̀ ní àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà lára? Olúmídé, Gateman, kí ló dé tó wá ní àwọn ará Nàìjíríà ló rò pé ó wà ní? And I ask you again, what is your work? Why do you invite yourself to branches and you make them pay you honorarium when they are struggling? I just explained to everybody, you see the money you make in each branch is donations, gift aid. The gift government is giving to that branch. Olumide Oni, when the government is giving those branches that money, is it to pay you honorarium? Do you belong to that local community? Are you a member of that local church? Do you pay tax in that state? The money that is contributed in those branches, Olumide, that you and your wife, you be going to minister and they give you honorarium, because me, I have information. Allegedly, let me just put allegedly. Don't let the wife lawsuit. What if he lawsuit to shame? Those branches you are going to, and they are taking their money to pay you and your. Don't you know it's charity money? Is the government giving them that money to fuel your own expenses or to pay your bills? Why can't you go and work? You got your two hands, you work. People work in America, they don't live on honorarium. What concerns government charges commission with honorarium? You think it's the way you operate your general overseer that you do here? You see what you have put that family and some other people into? Why are you oppressing them? Kí ló tẹ̀ fáyé ni wọ́n lára? Ìwọ àtọ̀gẹ́ ẹ̀. You have questions to answer. Plenty questions. Plenty. Oh, plenty. None of them are máa tú àṣírí gbogbo yín. God has started with you. And you see what happens in UK? US won't fold their hands. That's how they operate. Now all of them, they work together. I said, when I started, I said, no wonder I had that feeling, that body to tell everybody last time that God has opened the window now. If you know you are for God, go out now, escape for your life, and fulfill your calling. Because something is about to hit MFM. I won't say more than that. May God give you understanding. Yeah. Let me read. I'll soon round off. Yeah. Let me read. I have the something from Davidson. Àní wọ́n ti kọ́ ọpọlọ yín lọ. Olukoya, are you the one? Is that you, Olukoya? You say church money belongs to church. I didn't say it doesn't belong to church now. It belongs to the government, but it's meant to be used in the church. That's what I'm saying. So how will you even have understanding? See how I explained everything. You still cannot comprehend. No wonder Olukoya is easy for Olukoya to bewitch you and indoctrinate you. Open your brain. Listen. We are all learning. We all learn. At the end of this, it means I want to learn. Go and read. That's how Olukoya has captured all of you. Captured your brain. Capture anything. You cannot reason out anything. Did I say the money does not belong to the church? I say you use it, but it is government money given the church so that you will take care of yourselves. How have you been using it? Do they take care of you, members? If you are sick, you need money, do they give you? Or they want all of you to come together and start contributing money again? That tithe and offering is meant for you. It's not meant for Olukoya. It's not meant for headquarters. It's not meant for remittance. It's meant for you, members. Why are you chains? The slaves that love your chains. That money is meant for you to take care of your needs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So with all this explanation, you still don't get it? Ọlọ́run á tú yín sílẹ̀ o. Ní gbogbo awórò tó ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́pọlọ, Ọlọ́run á gbà yín o. Now let me read Davidson's chart again. This is Olukoya's lawyer. Yes now. I don't know if it's either, but I know they work hand in hand. It's the same charity operations now. And the same board of chairman, Olukoya is the same chairman of board of trustees there. So why won't they investigate them? You see that his members that quickly went to report to UK because they know that if they find out on their own, all of them will be indicted. You don't even know the judgment that is coming. Government money, they don't joke with it. Ask anybody living abroad. You go to prison. If they find out you are stealing, this one is not that you are even evading tax, which is a crime, but you are stealing. Right? And God save you, they find out that you are doing money laundering. Support your law here. So those of you that are here and you know something and you know you are not part of it, although Kobe, you know US is very hot right now. I don't need to tell you. Anybody that wants to put it up, you better do the right thing. You better be the whistleblower before they land on you because as at that time, all of you will be into it. Tó bá ti mọ̀ pé ò jẹ gbì, tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ bá wọn kú gbì, ṣe normal normal. Àbí how you dey talk am for Nigeria? Ṣe normal. Now let's listen to, I want to read Davidson's advice to Richard. This will throw more light on who Olukoya is. This is coming from Olukoya's lawyer. This is not from Funke. This is not from Monibadejo. This is not from Bolu. This is not from Akpeji. This is coming from Olukoya's lawyer, the one that knows him in and out, that knows his operation, the one that has been defending him. Okay? This is what he has to say about his client, his Oga Olukoya. Listen, everybody. Yes, Adekemi says, that is it. So that's the way to go. What's the money ni mo ń yá yín yẹn? You know, I have their laws. I also run an NGO. You see, I've been shouting to you that I'll give you the receipt at the end of the day. Everything where the money goes is there. I ask you to distribute money for me, contribute money for my lawsuit. You see, if I use that money for my personal use, if they come to audit me and they see that I didn't use it for legal something, it's trouble, no. That's how it works. They don't joke with it. It's better you don't even go into it. It's better you don't have charity organization than having it and using it to steal from the government. They will descend on you mercilessly, without mercy. Listen, this was during Richard's trouble when they were about to go and lock him up. Don't go there without a sound lawyer. Excuse me, please. It's harassing Richard. Oh, last week, on Tuesday, some people donated money while I was on the program. It was later I saw it. Please, I'm grateful. Thank you very much. I saw somebody, maybe about 2 people. I didn't say thank you during the program. God bless you. Thank you. And for those who have been donating into their accounts, as at now, we have about 3,000. Please, I need more money. There's so plenty issues, but I don't want to talk so that I don't want to give the other party anything to hold against me. You see, that's why I've been keeping it. But after the lawsuit, by the grace of God, I will tell you everything. See, I need your prayers at this time. If you have not been praying for me before, start praying now. A lot of things are going on the ground, but God is in control, okay? Yeah. So let's read this. Don't go there without a sound lawyer. And I still need your donations, please. Donation. You see why I said I'll give you your receipt back. Whatever you donate to this thing now, by the end of the year, I'll give you your receipt. That receipt, you give it, you attach it to your tax filing. The money will be deducted. So the government will refund that money to you. They will deduct it. You won't pay. I don't know how else to explain it. So please, if you are still holding back, this is the lost work. Let's come together. We are in this together, please. I still need money. Yeah. And God bless everybody that has been donating. For those who will have done, but they don't have the power, I understand. Keep praying. I need your prayers. Even more than the money, I need Otolowo, Otoladura. Please intercede on my behalf. And this lawsuit, commit everything to the hands of God. Thank you. Somebody just sent me 5. Roland, thank you. Roland, my friend. I wish to know the person behind that name. He's always commenting. I see your comments on Telegram. Okay, let me read it. Don't go there without a sound lawyer. Oh, ó tún fi òsì Richard ní ṣó ń gbọ́. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni don't go there without a there's a difference between don't go there without a lawyer and don't go there without a lawyer o. Make sure and insist that you and your lawyer need to see the letter of invitation, because he knows, oh, his client Olukoya doesn't follow protocols. Police, he has them at his beck and call. Have you forgotten Pa Caleb and Femi Jimoh? As at that time, police had already shot Femi Jimoh in the legs when they were unjustly detained. You know, they spent 9 years unjustly in prison. When Olukoya traveled, when the whole saga started, when he came back from Sabo police station, imagine, police took these two women from Sabo police station straight to Olukoya's counseling room at the headquarters. Look at that allegiance. Look at that loyalty. Look at that. I don't even know how to put. Olukoya is a private citizen, right? A pastor. Now, police took their, what do they call police? Their detainees. Their, what do we call them? There's a legal name. Anyway, Bakele and Baba Jimoh that were in police custody, changed. They were changed. Police at Sabo police station, they took them right from Sabo police station to go and meet Olukoya in his office, followed by police officers, right? What's the relationship of a church with a police station? And they got there, and Olukoya was giving those police instructions. I mean, this is Olukoya here, a supposed pastor, private citizen, and the Nigerian police is taking instructions from Olukoya, a supposed pastor, a supposed man of God, right? Imagine. He was giving them instructions that they should go and assassinate those two people. In fact, when they got into his office, he said, why have you not killed them? Suspects, thank you. This suspect, because they've not been judged, then they were still suspects. They took their suspects, chain. As at that time, Femi Jimoh has been shot in the leg. They didn't take him to hospital. With that swollen leg, they carried them inside police van, chained, to Olukoya's counseling room at MFM headquarters. And Olukoya was asking the police, why have you not killed them? Me, I told you, when Olukoya wants to do his evil work, he will travel. He expected that by the time he came back then, he would hear of their demise, that they have been killed. He was surprised. Said, why haven't you killed them? And these two men held on to Olukoya's legs, begging for their lives. Because he has given the instruction and the police will carry the instructions out. Olukoya in his office as a pastor, his office of a supposed general overseer, a man of God, he is giving instructions to the Nigerian police to go and eliminate two people, to kill them. Ah! 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 Sha, sha, sha. And they were begging for their lives, held in by the legs. And they, according to Pakel, said just use the leg to push them like very soulless, heartless, soulless beast. That's who Olukoya, your general overseer in MFM, that's who he is. A soulless, heartless beast. I can't even call him a human being because there's nothing human about that beast. Nothing human. Femi Jimoh's mother, an elderly woman that has been washing toilets. This woman washes the toilet at the headquarters every week. She washes toilets at the headquarters every week. That is her department. She wasn't a pastor. She was cleaning the toilets. You know how dirty house trainers that work is? That's what Femi Jimoh's mommy was doing in the church. Ah, ja, ja, ja. And this woman went to Olukoya, sang, was begging for her son's life. Please, I don't let them be, because the thing depends on Olukoya. Their lives were in his hands, in God's hands, because God didn't allow them to die eventually. And the mama was begging. Well, she said she was even singing, Ọlọ́run Olukoya ṣàánú fún mi. Ọlọ́run Olukoya ṣàánú. Mama, Ọlọ́run Olukoya Ọlọ́run apààyàn ni. Ọlọ́run Olukoya kò ń ṣe Ọlọ́run Abraham, Jacob àti God of Abraham, Jacob, God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Kò ń ṣe Ọlọ́run Abrahamu, Isaki àti Jacob, mama. Ọlọ́run apààyàn lOlukoya ń sìn. Ó ní o ṣe lè dá yín lóhùn. Ọlọ́run Olúkọ̀yà ó máa ń mùjẹ ni. Apààyàn ni màmá. Apààyàn lọ́lọ́run Olúkọ̀yà. Olukoya's God, Mama Femi Jimoh's mom was pleading, singing that God of Olukoya have mercy on me. And I'm telling my mama, God of Olukoya is a serial killer, is a murderer. He's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's not the God of the Bible. His God is a blood-sucking demon. That's the God of Olukoya, a blood-sucking demon. A killer, a murderer. So let's continue with Davidson something. Davidson knows whom his Oga is. He knows whom Olukoya is. That's Olukoya that is about to deal with Richard. If care is not taken, Richard will die in the process, if not for God. I remember in Ikeja, SARS, when they detained Richard the second time, they told Richard that, Richard, we can't guarantee your safety if you leave this detention. Imagine. They were telling Richard that you are only safe when you are here. We cannot guarantee your safety when you go out of this place. Imagine. Because they know, and they told Richard that they are receiving orders from Abuja. I'm telling you what happened. They told Richard, we can't guarantee your safety if you leave this place. That Davidson knows who Olukoya is. He knows his murderous client. The serial killer you all call your man of God. The sex predator. The perverts. Yeah, Davidson knows him. Yeah. He said, don't go there without a sound lawyer. Oh. Make sure and insist that you and your lawyer need to see the letter of invitation, because you know that Olukoya may not follow protocol. They will tell you are going to SARS. Maybe on the way they will take you somewhere else and pie you there. He said, make sure that that thing is official, though. Is on record. Is recorded, so that they will be able to trace you. That's what it means. Get the letter of invitation first. Secondly, ensure you do a preliminary findings by contacting any insider, police at special fraud unit. Ladies, I heard all your useless explanation. You call yourself a lawyer. Anyway, for you to work for Olukoya, you must have been like him. You must be like him. So I'm not surprised. You are saying you are just advising a friend because you don't know who wrote petition. Shey Opeyemi, you don't know Opeyemi is from your church. You don't know. Shebi you are the one here saying special fraud unit. Make sure you do your findings. So go and get police that are working in special fraud units. Ensure you do a preliminary findings by contacting any insider. You now put in brackets police and special fraud unit brackets to let you know where the petition came from before you show up. Let your lawyer put up a solid social media campaign to help you trench the police harassment in case they want to detain you there. I told you last Tuesday that Olukoya doesn't fear any court of the world. The only court he fears is the social media courts. That's the only court he fears. You see all the other courts, I'll tell you plenty gist. Okay? He should tag you and tag other important personalities in the police, entertainment, churches, the GOs, and big ministries handles. That is, don't just make preliminary findings. So let there be a social media campaign on your behalf. Not just social media campaign. Don't just shout, oh, that please help us, so they have detained Richard. No, tag dignitaries. Do you know what tag means? Tag them, put their handle so that they will see it. It will, when you tag somebody, it will alert them that somebody is mentioning them. So the attention is needed somewhere, right? This is saying tag dignitaries in the police, not just in the police, so in the entertainment industry, that is all the Nollywood, oh, the big names that you people know in Nigeria, oh, tag them, let them know, okay? Tag other important personalities, the GOs of big ministries, not just any small church, oh, big ministries. I'm sure it's referring to people like Baba Adeboye. Ah, didn't you hear it? GO, this one is not ordinary, something, Richard, tsunamis is about to hit you, oh. There's a volcano coming. This killer is descending on you. And what's Richard's offense? He dared to leave MFM church. I told you MFM is not a cult. You don't leave. You don't leave. Okay? Tag all of them. Create awareness. Start shouting on social media, etc. That is not only limited though. Any angle you can go, start tagging anybody taggable. That is what it means. Also, get all the big wigs you know involved as soon as you get the official police invitation. Let them also pull their strings. This is Davis advising Richard. I said, when I saw this, I said, nǹkan kì í sí bíbá yìí o. See this man, he knows who Olukoya is. You don't, you can't give advice about an ordinary man like this. He must be a mafia, not just a mafia don. I told you last time that Olukoya is an institution. It's a criminal institution. Look at his lawyer talking. You can't hide anything from your lawyer now. Your lawyer should know you. This is somebody that knows Olukoya in and out. Look at the advice he's giving Richard. Feel free to seek any counsel you may wish to. That is, still consult me if you need more counsel. God knows I will continue to support my conscience anytime, anywhere. It is well with you, brotherly. As at today, Davidson has sold that conscience for a morsel of bread. He's not supporting his conscience any longer. As at today, Davidson has written several multiple petitions against Richard on behalf of Olukoya. Through the help of Davidson himself came out. I made a video that, you see that video I usually play, that voice note of Bolanle Adebayo and Olukoya. And police has made available your chat with me. You see, Davidson came out to defend Olukoya for on that call. Defend him for making that call. He said, get the reason, Olukoya saw chats, they were the one that collected this. Right? This same Davidson help Olukoya to commit a crime by breaking into somebody's phone without any court injunction through the help of police officer Yoleji Tawose, who is also a member of MFM, right? And he got them. This same Davidson has committed crimes on behalf of Olukoya. This same Davidson has told many lies for Olukoya. The person that said we support his conscience. And Davidson, I asked you, as of today, do you still support? In fact, do you still have any conscience left? Maybe it's something you have that to support. Do you still have conscience? You sold it for mansion. One of ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ra ilé kan. Why? Please, who knows where they say he just acquired another beautiful building. What shall it profit a man? What shall it profit a man? What shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? I'd rather have Jesus than earthly applause. I'd rather be true to his dear cause. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today, than to be the king of a vast domain and be rising seas dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. David said, would you rather have Jesus than the mansions you are building with ill-gotten money from Olukoya? Won't you rather choose eternity? You know Olukoya, why are you doing his dirty jobs for you? Why are you committing crime on his behalf? We won't give account of our life support at the end. Anyway, that is it. And I'll be reading this in everything because the way you came to start shalaye, they will say your this is the urge to shalaye. You will shalaye tire, no evidence. So Davidson, you continue to shout. You see this thing, I'll continue to read it. Because this is coming from a MFM's learned friend. This is your church lawyer, Olukoya's lawyer. What can be more authentic than what is coming from Olukoya's lawyer? I'll keep on reading it because that's who Olukoya is. Okay, that's who he is. I rest my case here today. Searching fine babe, are you still online? You want to call last week, please. We are ready now. And anybody that wants to call, I'm ready now. I have time today. I just came back from call, so I called off work today. I mean, anyway, let me not talk. Searching fine babe, do you still want to talk? Or anybody, if you want to call him, please do. Permit me, I want to start eating. I did it before I left for, but I'm hungry and I'm not fasting. Searching fine babe, are you still here? Because I promise that. Oh, okay. Okay, she's busy at work. So anybody wants to call him before we close for the day? I'm about to round up now. Okay, I hear you. Okay, let's call it a day. Let's sing our anthem together. Somebody is asking, is the court date the same? I can't say that yet. Let me just leave it at that. But if it's going to change, I'll let you know. I cannot say for sure right now. But if it's going to change, I'll let you know. Yeah. Okay. Let's sing our anthem before we go. Blow the whistle before they blow the whistle on you. Àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí. Thy kingdom come, O Lord. Thy rule, O Christ, begin. Break with thine iron rod the tyrannies of sin. Men scorn thy sacred name, and woes devour thy fold. By many deeds of shame, we learn that love grows cold. O land both near and far, thick darkness through death yet. Arise, O morning star, arise and and set no more. Ah, ah, amen. Please keep praying for us. Bolu, myself, all the witnesses, the lawyer. Please, we need your prayers at this time. Friday, tomorrow is Friday. Please don't forget our prayer and fasting. Please pray for us as the Lord lays in your heart. Pray, please. I'll try and put up the but by the time I wake up, it's already afternoon in Nigeria. So I may not be able to put it up. Maybe I'll do it tonight to remind us. So please, let's all come together tomorrow and pray for the coming lawsuits. If the date is going to change, I will let you know. And we still need donation. Yeah. Thank you very much for those who have been donating and everybody praying. God bless you. See you next time by the grace of God. Shalom.